Yo, 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 yo. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy E-Oil, aka the Harlem Legend, man. If you're new to the channel, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you set your bell notification so you know when I'm dropping a video, man. The streets is talking and they're on fire right now. I gotta be real. The streets is on fire right now. You heard? We got breaking news coming out of LA, Los Angeles, West Coast. We got Big U arrested by the feds. Yeah, I said that right. Longtime friend of Nipsey Hussle, Big U, manager, whatever you want to call him, arrested by the feds. He also has some of his cohorts with him. You heard? Yeah, BRICC Baby, arrested by the feds. Just call it what it is. Loose cannon. Yeah, this is what they saying. Operation Drawdown. Yeah, they woke up to them helicopters over their house this morning. You heard? They coming to get these guys. And this is something that never happens on the West Coast, ladies and gentlemen. I got to be real. In all my years of being LA Crips, rolling 60s, where it originated from, we never hear about any indictments coming out the West Coast. It's always the East Coast doing, and we feel like they always doing something frivolous, something in the way, and always end up locked up. So that's why I always looked at the East Coast as copiers also, because a lot of these guys end up doing dumb shit and end up laying up for the rest of their lives. So now the joke's back on you. The West Coast, multiple arrests made in connection with LA Crips gang, allegedly leader at large. Big U is on the run, y'all. Big U is on the run. They was over his house this morning.
Wednesday morning, I'm Rachel Brown, and we're following breaking news. Let's get straight to Scott Reif in Air 7. Scott.
Rachel, we're in West LA, right behind the Federal Building off Wilshire Boulevard in the 405, where we have a multi-agency investigation. The FBI, the LAPD, and U.S. Marshals. According to the FBI, early this morning, they raided the Rolling 60s neighborhood CRIP. Now, we've seen at least a dozen gang members that have been detained and arrested here. Exactly where that raid was conducted is unclear, but we understand more suspects are en route to be booked here. Rachel?
All right, Scott, thank you.
Crazy. Rolling 60s CRIP. Let's break this down real quick. Let's read the reports. Multiple people accused of having ties to the CRIP leader turned Los Angeles music executive were arrested Wednesday morning during the raid, authorities said. The U.S. Department of Justice, let me take this down real quick. The U.S. Department of Justice said 10 people were taken into custody after an extensive FBI investigation into alleged criminal conspiracy, with another handful of suspects already in state custody. Federal authorities are currently searching for music executive and community activist Eugene Henley, also known as Big U, who they accused of leveraging his alleged connections with the South Los Angeles Street Crips. Your gang, the Rolling 60s neighborhood Crips, to run a vast mafia-like organization that committed several crimes, including murder, trafficking, and COVID fraud. Henley and one other suspect, Brian Meja, were said to be fugitives. Yeah, so they on the run. You heard? You see what's going on, y'all? It's a lot going on out here. I got to be real. This is wild. For these street gangs in around Southern California, we are very familiar with them, said Akil Davis, the assistant director in charge of the FBI's Los Angeles field office. Every 18 to 24 months, we conduct these operations. We don't forget about them. We constantly keep them on our radar. We have ongoing investigations. We'll probably be back here in another 18 months talking about our next operation. Shut down right now. But y'all don't hear me, though. Shut down right now. But y'all don't hear me, though. Because they'll be right back at it, y'all. The criminal activity and gang activity would never stop. Yeah. Look at BRICC Baby. He's arrested. Look at Loose Cannon. He's arrested. Tremaine Williams, he's arrested. Pay attention to the report, y'all. It gets crazy. The FBI, they got their homework together. Pay attention.
Profit in 2019 and was entitled to government assistance, despite the reality that the company had operated at a loss and was ineligible for such relief. Finally, Mr. Henley is accused of embezzling donations made by celebrities, professional athletes, and businesses to his charity, Developing Options, which, as I said, purports to give South LA at-risk youth alternatives to gang violence, drugs, and other criminal activity. Henley used this charity as a front. He used it to conceal his fraudulent activities, his criminal enterprises activities, and evade detection from law enforcement. If convicted on the racketeering conspiracy, he and his co-conspirators face approximately a 20-year federal prison sentence. I want to thank our federal law enforcement partners, our state law enforcement partners who brought about the result here today, the Los Angeles racketeering conspiracy. Mr. Henley is a fugitive, and he is currently wanted by federal law enforcement. Other individuals linked to his criminal enterprise were arrested today, approximately 10 defendants who are charged in various indictments. Again, Mr. Henley is a fugitive. 4 defendants are in state custody and will be transferred into federal custody, and we are still seeking Mr. Henley and another fugitive. The Department of Justice's top priority is eliminating violent crime caused by criminal street gangs and organized crime. These organizations cause a tremendous amount of harm in our communities. And today's arrests are part of our office's efforts, FBI, IRS, LAPD, the team you see up here, to make our communities safer and rid our streets of these criminal street gangs, including ones operated by violent felons like Mr. Henley, who are posing as savvy businessmen and community leaders, but in the end are violent criminals.
I gotta keep it 10,000. It don't matter what you do. It don't matter where you go. If you're involved with criminal activity, gang activity, you will end up like Big U. And there was speculation. Let's not forget. His name was swirling around in the Nipsey Hussle murder. You heard? I got to keep it on it. When your name lies in the dirt, they find some way to put it on you. The same goes for Loose Cannon. A lot of these guys, they roll around in dirt. BRICC Baby, the same for him. Yeah, they all be over there on Adam 22 and No Jumper. They all running around acting crazy. I'm a Crip. You're indicting yourself. They're watching your every move. Whack 100 said it plenty times, y'all. Yeah, Whack 100 has put out a lot of information on these guys. A lot of us turn a blind eye to it because we feel like Whack 100 at times is not credible. But I got to keep it 10,000. Everything he said is starting to come to light. And what stays in the dark usually comes to the light. But hey, who am I? Let me know how y'all feel about this. Get down in the comment section. Make sure you smash that like button. But we got the rolling 60s indicted. You heard? Nipsey Hussle's right-hand man at one time. His name was even swirling in the what happened to Nipsey Hussle. Is this justice for Nipsey? Or is Big U just a bad person, man? You heard he just was never used, and they saying he used his power with the Crips in order to run certain situations. Man, this is powerful, y'all, man. He used the industry to forward this enterprise. He used saying he was an activist for the children to push this enterprise. Yo, it's your boy E-O-U, aka the Harlem Legend, man. Make sure you leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you set your bell notifications so you know when I'm dropping a video. It get real out here. It don't matter who you are, what gang you down with. You might become a victim, either by the federal government or 6 feet deep. Salute.
Harlem Legend TV, salute to you, brother. Y'all go check and subscribe to Harlem Legend TV. If you want to know what's happening in Harlem, if you want to know what this real shit and people were doing in Harlem, y'all go watch Harlem TV. Please, y'all like, subscribe, and go to Harlem TV, like, and subscribe to that channel.